Today, we're going to start talking about how to build an offensive system based on a zone running scheme. While this course is primarily for beginners who are new to the game and wanting to learn the X's and O's of football, this can also provide useful information for more experienced players as well. You can apply this information to any offensive philosophy of your choice, including the West Coast, the power spread, the veer and shoot, air raid, the raid and shoot, an RPO heavy offense, and more. The core play of our zone running scheme is going to be inside zone. Before we talk about inside zone, let's go over the gap system. When you look at your offensive line, the gaps on either side of your center, between the center and your guards, are going to be considered your A gaps. From there, you work inside out. So if this is going to be your A gap, then the gap between your guard and the tackle is going to be the B gap. The gap between the tackle and if there's a tight end in the formation will be your C gap. Outside the tight end will be your D gap. And on the other side, same thing. The gap between the center and the guard is the A gap. Gap between the guard and the tackle is the B gap. Outside the tackle is the C gap. And if there was a tight end here, this would be considered the D gap. Inside zone is a downhill run with the flexibility to run into any of these gaps, depending on how the defensive line reacts to the run. This is achieved by using a zone blocking scheme by the linemen. They are not responsible for a man necessarily like they would in a gap scheme run like power or counter. Instead, they are supposed to be blocking zones play side. They do this by using a covered versus uncovered rule. In this example, we're running inside zone to the left, which means the left is play side. Let's start looking at the blocking assignments from left to right. Does this tackle have someone lined up head up or to the left of him, since the left is considered play side? Yes, he does. He has this guy, which means he is considered covered. He has to go take this guy. Next lineman, does he have a player lined up head up or to the left of him? No, he doesn't. That means he's considered uncovered. He can block backside. Next, the center. Does he have someone lined up head up or to the left of him? Yes, he does. He's considered covered. He's going to block this guy, and these two are going to combo up to this linebacker. Next lineman, does he have someone lined up head up or to the left of him? No, he's considered uncovered, so he's going to block back. Our tackle, does he have someone lined up head up or to the left of him? Yes, this guy, which means he's going to block him. They're going to create a double team and combo up to this linebacker. This tight end is going to base block on this end. When it comes to you controlling the running back on your inside zone track, you're making your cut based on what the defense does. And you have 4 options. After you get the handoff, you have the option to bang it through the A gap. You can bend it through the B gap. You can bounce it to the C gap, or you can stick your foot in the ground, or in this case, press your left stick in the opposite direction and cut this thing back and try to find a hole. This is personally how I like to think about inside zone because there's letters associated with the gaps, which just makes it easier to learn in my opinion. So if you get an inside zone and you're gonna bang it, bang has the letter A in it, which means you're gonna run through the A gap. If you get inside zone and you gotta bend it, bend starts with a B, which means you're gonna run through the B gap. Bounce, you can either think of it as one of 2 ways. Either bounce has a C in it, which means you can run outside to the C gap, or you can think about it as bounce having an O in it, which can stand for just outside. Bounce it outside. And the last option, if you get an inside zone and you got to cut just means stick your foot in the ground because the defense has overloaded and taken everything away on the play side. And it's up to you to cut it back and just try to find a hole and get as many yards as you can. So again, bang is A gap, Bend is B gap. Bounce is C gap, or just bounce the run outside because the defense has taken away everything on the inside. Or cut for cutback because the defense has flowed heavily to the play side, taking everything away, meaning you got to cut back against the grain of the defense. Let's see how this rep of inside zone plays out. As you can see, we have our solo blocks by the tackle and the tight end, and we have both of our double teams working up to the linebackers. To run inside zone properly, you need to be looking at the first level defenders, which is anyone who's at the line of scrimmage. In this case, it would be all 4 of the defensive linemen. Your job is to look at the first defender on that first level that's head up on the center from the inside to the outside on the play side. What I mean by that is the first defender you're looking at is this defensive tackle that the center and the guard are double teaming. He's your first read. Based on what he does, will tell you where you need to go. If this defensive tackle fights really hard to the left to try and take this gap away, then that means you, as the runner, are going to have to cut it back. But if your first read gets washed down more in this direction, then that means you can look at your second read, which would be this edge rusher. What does he do? If the first read is getting pushed in this direction and the second read is getting kicked out, with the user linebacker flying to the right and this double team about to seal him, then that means I'm going to bend this rep of inside zone. Bend meaning I'm running through the B gap between the guard and the tackle. Assuming this receiver does a decent enough job at blocking, all I have to do is make this safety miss in a one-on-one.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it past the marker.
We're running inside zone to the left again, but this time we're given a different defensive front. This will be considered a 3-man odd front. Using the covered versus uncovered rule, let's see how this play is going to be blocked up. Since we're running inside zone to the left is the play side. Does he have someone head up or to the left of him? Yes. He's going to block him. Does he have someone head up or to the left of him? No. He also doesn't have anyone directly to the right of him. This gives him the freedom to climb up and pick up the middle linebacker. Does the center have someone lined up head up or to the left of him? Yes. He's going to block him. Does this guy have someone lined up head up or to the left of him? Yes. So they're going to double team and climb up to him. Does he have someone lined up head up or to the left of him? No. But he does have someone backside, so he's going to block him. That's one benefit of inside zone. The zone blocking scheme of the covered versus uncovered rules lets this run be versatile versus a lot of different defensive fronts. Our first read is this nose tackle. What does he do? The nose tackle's getting pushed to the right. I also see my guard kicking out this linebacker to the left, which means on this rep of inside zone, I'm going to bang it through the A-gap.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space.
Now, there are 2 versions of inside zone: regular inside zone and inside zone split. Inside zone split will feature either a tight end, H-back, or fullback blocking across the formation to kick out the defensive end. This variation of inside zone split comes from the formation gun slot left, which can be found in some playbooks like Baylor, TCU, NC State, and North Texas. Our H-back, which is a tight end lined up like a fullback, is going to motion across the formation. Now that our H-back has motioned to a different look, we're going to run inside zone split to the left. Based on our zone blocking covered versus uncovered rules, is there someone head up or to the left of him? Yes. He's going to block him. Is there someone head up or to the left of him? No. He's considered uncovered, so he's going to block him. Does he have someone lined up head up or to the left of him? Yes, he's covered. They're going to double team up to this guy. Is there someone head up or to the left of him? No, he's uncovered. He's going to block back. Is there someone head up or to the left of him? Yes. They're going to double team, climb up to get him. The H-back who just motioned across the formation is going to split flow across the formation and kick out the D end. The first defender on the line of scrimmage that's head up over the center or to the play side is this defensive tackle, meaning he is the first read. Our first read is getting washed down to the inside. Our second read is getting kicked out. I also noticed that the guard is kicking out the user, which means I'm going to bang this through the A-gap.
Give to the running back. Got the first down and still on.
Now we're running inside zone split to the right. Our zone blocking rules don't change even though we're going up against the mint front. Since we're running to the right side's going to be the play side. First lineman, is there someone head up or to the right of him? Yes, he's going to block him. Is there someone head up or to the right of him? Yes, they're going to create a double team at the point of attack and climb up to him. The center, is there someone head up or to the right of him? Yes, he's going to block him. The guard, is there someone head up or to the right of him? Yes, he's going to try to help double team as much as he can and then climb up to this linebacker. Is there someone head up or to the right of him? Yes, he's going to block him. Tight end is going to split zone and kick out the jack. The first player lined up head up over the center or towards the right, which is the play side, is this nose tackle, which means he's our first read. Our first read, this nose tackle is getting pushed back. And with these guys kicking their guys outside and this lineman climbing up to the linebacker, there's a hole, which means I'm going to bang this through the A-gap.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Touchdown!
Inside zone can also be a solid option versus double mug. The more players the defense puts on the line of scrimmage, the more you'll want to use a zone running scheme. It's harder to pull linemen when the defense has stacked the line of scrimmage. Based on our blocking rules, since we're running inside zone split to the right, he's covered, he's covered, he's covered, he's covered, and he's covered. Split zone to kick out the end, with the user probably expecting a quarterback keeper on a read option and sprinting this way. This is an easy walk-in touchdown.
Tries again to get it in.
Here I have an RPO glance with an inside zone split run. This is from the formation gun slot left weak. But there's plenty of formations that will feature an RPO paired with an inside zone split. The blocking rules don't change just because it's an RPO. Based on our covered versus uncovered blocking rules, since we're running to the left, he has a guy on his left shoulder, so he's covered. He has no one head up or to the left. He's uncovered. He has someone to the left of him. He's covered. There's your double team, climb up to the linebacker. He has someone head up to the left of him. He's covered. He has no one head up or to the left of him. He's uncovered, so he's going to climb up and get this linebacker. Tight end is going to split zone and kick out the edge. After we've made our read to determine that we're going to run the ball on this RPO, we're taking a look at this defensive tackle, who is the first player on the play side that is either head up or to the left. The center was initially winning his matchup, but then the defensive tackle starts to get a shed. But I also noticed that my other linemen have destroyed his defensive front. This means I have the option to bounce this.
Brown has it. Got some room into the goal line.
So what defensive front naturally gives inside zone problems without having to glitch the game? First is the mint front. The mint front is a 3-man odd surface with a nose tackle over the center, a stand-up edge rusher, and both of these defensive tackles lined up in what's called a 4-eye technique. 4-eye just essentially means they're going to be lined up slightly inside shade of the offensive tackles. They are meant to crash inside to take away the B-gaps, force double teams, and make it hard for the offensive line to climb up to the second level and pick up linebackers. What you're going to see is a double team climb up to the linebacker, but because he's a B-gap player and is crashing hard inside, it's hard for this guard to get off the double team to pick up this linebacker. With the nose tackle fighting hard to the left to keep his outside arm free, and also with this slot DB getting inside leverage so that he can climb upfield and play the force defender, I'm forced to cut this back. Despite having an even 6-on-6 box, this forced double team leaves my opponent's user free. And if he had a better user, he could have easily shot through and tackled me for a loss.
The give out of the gun. They make the stop.
The next front that gives inside zone problems is the tight front. The tight front is the same as the mint front with the exception of no stand-up edge rusher. You'll typically find this tight front from formations like 3-3-5 stack, 3-3-5 3 high odd, 3-3-5 3 high like what my opponent is in right now, and 3-3-5 odd ghost. It becomes even more difficult to run inside zone if your opponent pinches their defensive line like my opponent has done here. What this front does is force double teams and clog the middle, making it really hard for any one of these guys to climb up to the user. By clogging the middle, this forces inside zone to almost always have to bounce outside to either a linebacker or a defensive back who will most likely be unblocked. Inside zone is at its best when it has the freedom to hit any hole in the defense. So if the opponent uses a defensive front that takes away all of those options, that makes inside zone less effective. As you can see, the middle's taken away because this guy has his outside arm free, so if I try to run through this hole, he's most likely going to tackle me. No hole opened up in the B gap, which means I'm forced to bounce it outside to an unblocked defender. Luckily, my opponent clicks on and I make a miss, but in reality, I should have been stopped for a minimal gain. This is why both the mint front and the tight front give inside zone problems. They take away the options that inside zone likes to have and force this run to do something that it really doesn't want to do consistently, which is bounce outside.
From the gun, running back on the move. And a pickup.
If you're worried about the mint front or the tight front, don't worry. Later in this course, we're going to go over how to counter them within this zone running scheme. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope I was able to help you understand how to run inside zone. Be sure to join my membership if you want to have access to advanced offensive and defensive concepts and strategies to help you win more games. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you'd like to see more content from me, and I'll see you in the next lesson.
By this defense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on.